the Banky people hear more of the Agbo people far more than what the Benin people say. If anybody comes here and speak Benin, it's only a fraction of the Banky people who may have sojourned in Benin that can understand. But everybody speaks a language that is synonymous with Ika language. So based on that empirical analysis, it will not be out of place to say the Banky people are like their kids and kin
in the Agboland. Okay. All right. We have this. Some are of the opinion that the Banke would have more free will if they were to be under Igwebe local government area in Edo State Central with their Ekpon relatives and the Esan. Do you think it is a better option given the comments of the Benin Traditional Council about Edo South, which includes your local government area?
No, I don't think so. The truth is that what we pray is for government to get to all the nook and crannies of the all administrative areas. Government of Edo State or government of Delta State should try as much as possible to ensure that there's even development across all the communities. That if there is development, nobody will be talking about agitation that they are being marginalized here and there. But it is true, I must tell you that the Banky community has been marginalized for so long. We do not feel the presence of government in the Banky land. And that is, pushing us to have this feeling that in as much as we have been neglected for so long, there is no good schools in the Banky. All the infrastructural development in the Banky has been abandoned. I personally built a block of 2 classrooms in Igbonto.
Wow,
and donated
that's commendable
to Edo State government. And we are calling on government to replicate and do much more. We don't have roads, we don't have water. Electricity in Igbonto, in Banky generally, we spent over 100 million of our scarce resources for more than 7 years. No electricity in Banky. We did it through self-help. Wow. So we are calling on government to help us. If government reneges in doing all these things, it will be out of place for us to say that government has forgotten us. So, and it will not be out of place for the people of Banky to seek for self-determination and look for areas where government will be closer to them. If it's in Delta State, so be it.
Wow, quite precise. Okay, I have the 5th question here. So you agree that IGBANKE kings are second to none?
They are autonomous kings. There's no doubt about that.
Okay.
And we respect them like that.
All right. And you also agree that calling IGBANKE kings Noje is incorrect because they are not dukes, but respected traditional rulers in their autonomous communities.
People canvas different views. There are those who believe that the banking community came in via Edo State. They believe that the Banky people have, the affinity towards the Edo. Some also say that the Banky people are from Delta State. So it depends on how you look at it. But the Banky people speak Igbanke, which is a language just like the Ika language. So by linguistic affinity, there is nobody who will be out of place to say the Banky people hear more of the Agbo people far more than what the Benin people say. If anybody comes here and speak Benin, it's only a fraction of the Banky people who may have sojourned in Benin that can understand. But everybody speaks a language that is synonymous with Ika language. So based on that empirical analysis, it will not be out of place to say the Banky people are like their kids and kin in
the Agboland. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That shows and that tells that you are not from Benin.
I'm not in a position to say, but we are in Edo State now by main geographical arrangement.
I'm talking about ancestry.
I'm talking about the way we are today. We are from Edo State by administrative convenience.
Okay.
But in terms of language and linguistic affinity, Banky people speak Banky, which is a language that is at close par with our kids and kin, our brothers in Nika land.
Okay, talking about the IGBANKE language, it is understood that I have a brother from Akumazi. We are here together. I hear both of you converse in a very intelligible language that I, from across the Niger, I can relate to, I can hear, I can understand. Should we say that the IGBANKE people are speaking a dialect that is similar to the Eka dialect of Igbo language?
No, if you say similar, which means you are saying there is a semblance of what the banking people say that is. I'm telling you that is in totality the same.
The same.
There is no difference. And
Okay.
if you are going to judge in terms of language, where people come from, you will not be out of place to say that Ika people and the banking people are brothers because we speak the same language.
Okay. Now, rounding up with my final question, and this means a lot to our both people, our viewers. I'll just be plain about this. The Igbo question.
Yes.
We have so much in common. We have so much, from our names to the dialect, the language that you can speak here. I will here at least, let me say 75 to 80% to our culture.
Yeah, that's true.
The Iwaji, Iwagi, Imeji, Iriji. Isn't it time that we should begin to harness more of these potentials to come together as a people with a common goal, both politically and traditionally? What do you think about this?
You're absolutely correct. You see, there are laws of dislocations in this country. I have traveled far and wide across the world. And in any democratic setting, a group of people have right to self-determination. That is enshrined in the African Charter. It's enshrined in the United Nations Charters of Free Liberties of People, which means I can decide today that I don't want to be a Nigerian. It's my inalienable right to say so. I may decide today that I want to become a British citizen and do what is required of me to be a British citizen. But I think the government is handling some of these issues of agitation unfairly. If a group of people decide to rise up to say, we have seen some things that is making us not to feel free to be part of this nation, I think the best approach to it is dialogue. To find out from this group, what are the things that our country is doing to your group of people that you are not, finding very, very comfortable. And these issues can be tabled and resolved. It is not confrontation. I don't agree that a group of people, maybe the Igbos, should, go by means of confrontation. But I don't also agree that the government should also treat the Igbo people as pariah people in a way that they must be, brought down through serious confrontation and the use of kinetic or the use of force. That is not the approach. Dialogue with these people, find out things that they are not, that they are agitating for, and see how it can be resolved. Because we all need to come together. We must agree in order to move together. If we don't agree, we can't move together. So these are the issues that I feel that government is not handling properly. But if we treat it properly, the resolution will be easier.
Wow, I am with Honorable Ato, a very noble man. I respect you, sir. I am at home here, and ever since I made it to your Obi or to your palace, I've already felt comfortable. I thank you for this time. I thank you for your patience in answering our questions, and I commend you. I commend you.
Thank you so much. It's been quite very, very serious questions, and I think I've been able to provide answers within the limits of my understanding.
Exactly.
So thank you for making time to come around. And you're always welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, Maggie.